about a 2-day course, maybe 3, depending upon how fast we get through. But we're gonna start in on our Omaplata series, right? So like basic ways to break the grip, we're already pretty familiar with. In the gi, a little bit harder because they can hold on to your clothing and stuff. So usually if they're in a gi, I try to break one arm at a time. So you can do our cross grip, feed through, break to here. I've cleared it. I can grab here, start hipping out. You can clear grips pretty easily if you focus on attacking one at a time. If they got your like belt or your pants or something, even if, like I can't do it right now, but even if I can get my feet wrapped, if I try to wrap here and like, it's not gonna happen. I mean, you might like Myers Pujanowski, he got a pretty legit upright row, you know, world's strongest man. He might be able to, but that's not us. So kind of one arm at a time, right? So if I get my break here, I can use this as a track point. I can hip out, start off angling my hips, right? So I don't care which side you off angle to, but that's gonna be the arm that you're attacking for right now, okay? So whichever side my butt goes to, that's the arm I'm attacking. What I'm gonna do from here is, I'm gonna take my foot, I'm gonna put it right inside the hip line like this. So my heel goes right on the pelvic bone, kind of like the little lip that hangs out there. My inside hand goes to the head right here, and then what I can do is I can use this foot to create a little bit more space, and then I step over top of the head, or over top of the shoulder, okay? Well, I'm gonna break that down and kind of leave it there for right now, because the getting your leg out and starting to sit up is a whole another gambit of small movements. So again, I can clear, start hipping out, heel into the hip line, right? I use my foot to push myself back a little bit, so I'm in tight right here. I kind of open up. My hand can go to the head if need be, all right? And I step over to here. Any questions? There's stuff we can do from here, but I need you to get to this point before we can do anything else. All right, 1, 2, 3. My butt out. That makes sense? So I've got like this pinched here. That way when I put my foot in the hip, I'm talking so it doesn't look like all one movement, but it kind of is. Like I have their arm pinned in my hip line between like my leg and my elbow. So it's not, I'm not gonna say impossible for them to pull out, because obviously if they want to completely give up the position, turn and run away, they can do that. But in order to continue to combat me, this is very hard for them to move through. All right, so my left hand goes to the ear, right? I step over. Now, when we go to sit up, I want you guys reaching for the armpit, not the hip line. I've seen a lot of jiu-jitsu videos where they teach like grabbing the belt or reaching for the hip line. The problem is if I go to sit up and I reach for the hip line and he front rolls, I can grab his leg, but it's not going to do me any good, all right? So, when I, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick your head. When I step over right here, I sit up, my leg comes out, and I'm grabbing the armpit or the lat as fast as I can. That way, if I miss the lat, I've still got the hips to fall back on as I'm sitting up. That makes sense? So, furthest up control point, bare minimum, we get back here. And if you miss the butt, we got, that's where the rest, class is gonna go from there. But, so we come here. Now, kind of like when we do our warm-ups and our stretching, the cheerleader stretch, what I want you guys to do is once we've controlled here, the old adage was drive into them and push up, but Coach Seals, this was probably about 6 months ago or so, showed me a different version of this. Same technique, seems to work a lot better. We actually go to the center of the spine and we scoot away from them just enough to take the slack out of the shoulder, and it actually allows us to be able to sit up a lot better for the shoulder lock. So one more time from start to finish. Grip, cross, knee, lift, pinch, hip out, foot in the hip line, right? Hand to the ear, step. I'm already reaching for the lat, okay? Hand in the spine, I scoot away, and if you're here, we can hit our cheerleader stretch and drive up for our finish. Any questions on that one?
So, you can lean forward, but coming up on your feet.
Coming up on your feet.
Whenever the arm.
When we're up,
yeah,
it should look kind of like this, like we're driving our hips up over our leg that's got the arm lassoed around it. So, any questions? 1, 2, 3.
Lift, pinch, butt out,
foot in the hip line, right? Oh, sorry. Hand on the ear, we push away, and let's say as I'm going to get up, he front rolls. So what I got to do is as he front rolls, you might not be able to see, but get over here real quick. So as he front rolls, right, you come to a point where like, here, go back Will, for just a split second if you don't mind. You okay? Yeah, that's fine. You burn? If I get to here, right, and like my guy feels strong or this feels loose, like y'all went for submissions during rolls, right? There comes to that point where you're like, I'm not sure if I got this, and then you have that moment where you're like, crap, I didn't get this. That's kind of the moment you're gonna have right here. As you pull your leg out and they go to roll, you're like, oh crap, he's rolling. So I wanna grab the tricep and just accept that I've lost it. If you try to just hang onto the arm, it's not gonna do anything unless you're Dozer and you can fart in your face from here. But, you know, it's not really gonna do anything. So we grab the tricep, and I have to immediately use one of my hip heists, right, to sit up, and I sit down on their chest. If you don't have good mobility, you can spread your feet out a little bit more, but it does make the accuracy of the submission go down a little bit. But you really want to actually be sitting up. I'm keeping my weight off Will right now, just be nice because I'm ruining my mouth. But I hang onto the tricep. Now from here, we do a barrel roll. I fall backwards, and I swing my feet towards the head, all right? So I fall backwards, and I swing my feet towards the head, and now I've got them hopefully in a belly down omoplata, and then, you know, the finishing technique is the exact same way. All right, one more time without all the talking. Cross grip, lift, pinch, hip out, foot in the hip line, hand on the ear, boom, he rolls. I catch his elbow or tricep, sit up, sit on his chest. I fall backwards, swing my feet towards the head. We can push away again if we need to. And then the finishing techniques is still the exact same. Any questions? 1, 2, 3.